YouTube, remember this?
7 days.
The noes prevail. House Bill 1392.
Hey, Representative Pearson. No, sir. No, sir.
Don't touch him. You're not touching.
Yeah. Well, we've got an update for you.
When the Supreme Court gutted the Voting Rights Act, the racist in the Tennessee State House immediately jumped on board and redrew his district. Justin, in turn, ran for U.S. Congress.
But wait, there's more. We've got an epic fuck around and find out moment for this guy.
I'm going to bomb those kids. So I think we should kill them all.
I think we should kill them all, is what this guy said when talking about Palestinian children, in case you missed it. Yeah. So, this one's gonna be a good one. What's up, YouTube? Drill Sergeant here. And yeah, I had to bring it back to Justin Pearson. That is that amazing state congressperson from Tennessee that you saw there pointing in the face of a white supremacist lawmaker. And they believed that the rights and the laws being stripped away from black people due to the Supreme Court gutting the Voting Rights Act. They thought that, they could deal with the pointing because in the end, what's going to happen is they will get their way and we will be back under their thumb. And if you just go to Closer to the Edge, the podcast that we do, Closer to the Edge podcast on YouTube, you'll see that it's not just black people that I'm talking about. All of us, they want us under their thumb, even though they just use race as one of the many ways to get you to agree to it. This is more than a FAFO. This is really about the consequences of stripping away the rights of people for no other purpose than power itself. And what happens as a result of that, well, at some point you'll fail, because at some point the people will rise up. So this one's for the resistance, for those who will rise up. Now, when I said that, people were going to fight back, because that's what history shows us. When you overstep your bounds as a state, when you think that you can just strip away rights earned by blood and by sweat, the people will fight back. Some people had a problem with that. I'm going to show a little bit of those people as well. Let's just start with the original fight on Congress floor in Tennessee.
All this, I know every member in this committee's been here this year working during committee, during session, voting on bills.
Yes, sir.
And I know you may have some things going on, but you have not. So I don't think it's fair for you to come in front of this committee.
Thank you, Chair Farmer, for your comments. They make me very, very angry, not just because of the lack of regard, but the disrespect and the same denigrating tone that you used on the State House floor when the vote to expel me happened. It's disrespectful. But also, not just that, I went to all of my nephew's schools. I met with their principals and their teachers to ensure that they are okay. I gave them and made sure that they had grief counseling and that they're seeing a psychiatrist. That's what I've been doing. And while you're talking about hard work, you need to realize that our job is not just in this state house with these marble floors. Our jobs are on the streets and in the communities that we serve. And so while you've been here passing bills that have been hurting transgender children, while you've been here passing bills that have been hurting the poor, hurting the marginalized, hurting the disenfranchised, while you've been here passing bills that have not ended poverty, while you...
Hey, Representative Pearson. No, sir. No, sir. No.
Don't touch him. Do not touch him. Do not touch him.
Well, now, Mr. White Supremacist, knuckle-dragging, mountain-dwelling lawmaker of Tennessee, it's not so safe anymore now, is it? Huh? That got a little spicier than you thought it was going to get when you started talking.
Oh, mwah. Mr. Pearson, Congressman Pearson, Representative Pearson, that was a chef's kiss. That's exactly how you do it. And I don't care who's calling for decorum anymore. You shouldn't either, resistance, because that uprising is one that we can use. I'm speaking directly to you. This will happen more, and the mere fact that this is happening on the grounds of the Capitol in Tennessee doesn't mean that somehow it's less than beautiful. That decorum held there is for the white supremacists. We're breaking it. The fight back is here. Our job is to facilitate it, resistance. When this originally happened, I said the same thing. It's happening. What's up, YouTube? Drill Sergeant here. And the fact is, your average, everyday, white supremacist legislator, the knuckle-dragging, mountain-dwelling idiots that they are, born into money so they think that they hit a home run, has no idea their own white supremacy is destroying them. They're gonna not just lose, they're going to lose in horrific and unsavory ways. And the reason why this is happening is because of fundamental misunderstanding of the civil rights laws, like the Voting Rights Act and the anti-segregation laws. A racist, knuckle-dragging, pedophile-worshipping, idiot Republican MAGA sycophant believes that the only thing they needed to do since those laws were made was to get rid of them and everything will be back to normal. Is where the fundamental misunderstanding of these rights, these laws, these things that we fought for that have been put in place, the fundamental misunderstanding of who they're there to protect is this. They're not there to protect us from the state. They're there to protect the state from us. Now, good and decent people of YouTube, what do you think the response was when I said that? There was more to it. I'm not going to play that much because we got a lot of clips to go through. There's a lot of FAFO out here. But when I said that, it was a statement of fact. The people, most of them in the comment section loved it. Most of you other resistors, I know you to be. But there were some detractors out there. People like this numbnut. Nice try. That's him, I suppose, while he's sitting on his couch telling Justin Pearson, nice try. They've become so dejected out there, resistance, that they don't even see it when it's happening, when the wind is happening. Or maybe they're just bots, I don't know. Or like this one, I need him to advocate for reparations for us FBA before taking him seriously. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm wondering, these same people, when did Tennessee offer them reparations without him? If the one fighting and pointing and yelling and trying to make legislation happen and standing there with the people in the community aren't good enough for you, then who is? When did you get offered the reparations from MAGA? Get out of here. And there's more like it. This guy, they're all trying to invoke an Insurrection Act. If you're scared, say so, and then go home. Put your pants on and go home. What's wrong with you? These guys. Sorry, but Justin is play acting. Political theatrics. Blah, 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 blah. People, here's what actually happened. Hallelujah.
The races in the Tennessee State House have tried more than once to eliminate this man from his leadership position. Remember back in 2023, Justin stood up for gun violence victims, and so the racists in the Tennessee State House expelled him, and the constituency said, bitch, F you. They went into the voting booth and voted Justin back into the State House. Remember that? When the Supreme Court gutted the Voting Rights Act to minimize or eliminate Black voting power or Black representation here in the United States, Tennessee, the racists in the Tennessee State House immediately jumped on board and redrew his district. Justin, in turn, ran for U.S. Congress. And last night, he won his primary.
To be
not we. We'll convince each and every person in our friend group, in our family, in our neighborhood to vote this November. We'll make them regret redistricting because they thought they could divide us.
And that, my friends, is why you fight back. You idiots, you foolish people. You see, all of that play acting that you thought he was doing, what he was doing was galvanizing a base, creating a consensus of the governed. You're waiting for the Insurrection Act. While all he's doing is realizing that the power they told you they had doesn't exist, and the real power lies with us. So he was galvanizing what you call play acting. So now I can actually talk about the bullshit in these comments. For instance, hashtag end white supremacy. That's it. Hashtag end white supremacy isn't activism. It's not even a damn statement. It's a hashtag. When you're done hashtagging end white supremacy, in order to actually do it, I'm hoping that you don't do it timidly and you have an outburst of your own, you fucking idiot. I'm guessing a lot of you are FBA because they're the dumbest, stupidest, worst thing for black people in the history of black people. I usually lose a couple subs when I say that. Get over it. Because the only thing FBA does is allow people like Trump to win and type hashtag end white supremacy. And I kind of just said it to all the same people, but most eloquently, this guy. This absolute Cabbage Patch Kid right here is talking about how these people are going to start riots. Justin Pearson is going to start a riot by pointing at white supremacists. Well, Master Sir, I'll find a better way to not hurt you. No. What I was saying in that video when I first made it was, this is history. As they continue to crack down, human beings will rise up. The pitchforks are coming whether you like it or not. He's not inciting a riot. What he's doing is galvanizing a base. What will happen, with or without you yellow-bellied, soft-handed snowflake, what will happen is direct action. It's inevitable. And remember that word. Remember those words, direct action for later. But now, here's how I put it when I did it last time.
And so the outrage to me is probably going to come when people see the reaction from Black America to having their rights snatched. And just like we stopped society before, just like Martin Luther King Jr., the Santa Claus figure that America has made him into, said, hey, we're going to stop traffic. We're going to stop commerce. We're going to stop the way things function. We're going to do it again. And I'm not in any way saying that with any trying to scare anybody. I'm just saying we're not standing for this.
2 points you need to understand. White people and legislative power. White supremacists with legislative power is, 1, we're not standing for it anymore. This is just a normal human trait. This is reflexive. No one would. The difference is before, when you had the historical, sociological power that you had, that you're pining for again, you no longer have. That has been won already. No matter how many laws you get rid of, there are now less white people who believe like you do. As a matter of fact, as you lose your birth rate, you have less white people, period. You see, there is an atrocity a day. You've elected someone who has delivered to you an atrocity a day with his absolute buffoonery, with his disgusting sociopathic way of life. You have delivered, thanks to voting for a dilapidated, deteriorating pile of orange skin cells attached to a pee bag with the lowest IQ in presidential history, an environment that's already ready to blow, an environment in which even the white racists can't afford gas, and their willingness to follow you into this charge of the Confederacy that you're trying to rebuild is sorely diminished. That's why you see what you see. For example, YouTube. And this is only gets better. It's gonna keep getting better. For example, this racist prick right here. He fucked around and he found out because he believed, like I just said, that he was gonna lead the charge back to the Confederacy. He believed that he was entitled to those white people, not knowing they don't exist in the numbers you thought they did.
Let me show you. This is racist as Representative Andy Ogles and his family sending out a Merry Christmas message. This is also a racist tweet put out by racist-ass Representative Andy Ogles, and it reads, "I don't care about dangerous rhetoric. The threat is dangerous Muslims." This is also a racist-ass tweet put out by racist-ass Representative Andy Ogles. It reads, "Zoran Little Muhammad Mamdani is an anti-Semitic socialist communist who will destroy the great city of New York. He needs to be deported, which is why I am calling for him to be subject to denaturalization proceedings." And this is also racist-ass Representative Andy Ogles.
You've seen footage of
shredded children's bodies. And that's my taxpayer dollars. I'm going to bomb those kids.
So I think we should kill them all. If that makes you feel better. Everybody, yes.
In other words, you fucked around. Here's the find out.
First, the good news. Racist-ass Representative Andy Ogles, who was endorsed by Donald Trump, lost his primary race last night. I know.
YouTube, he thought he could just fuck around forever without consequence because he had the absolute kung fu grip on the white majority, on the idiot base. He thought for sure that he would never have to face consequences for his fucking around because his grip on the white power majority was absolute. FAFO season. It doesn't exist. There you have it, YouTube. Remember when I said direct action, I told you to remember those words for later. Now it's later. Direct action doesn't just mean putting your finger in the face of someone in their office at the Capitol. That's direct action too. Or at the restaurant, or at their car, in their parking space. That's direct action. Direct action is also meeting the voters where they are. Is also doing the voting, canvassing. You see, this guy, unbeknownst to you, you snowflake, you puppet, you failure to your people, other people were doing direct action while you were crying about when the riots were coming.
Hey Nashville, you heard about 1,000 Miles to Memphis, because 1,000 Miles to Memphis is an amazing event that you should probably be a part of. If you want to walk, you can walk. But here's the thing, is the goal is to register 100,000 voters in the South, 100,000 voters through primarily gerrymandered districts, which sucks. But guess what? We are the majority. We can change the world.
I'm here at the kickoff of the 1,000-mile march to Memphis, and we are going to get 100,000 Americans registered to vote. Why are you marching?
Democracy is not inherited, it is earned.
Hello from day 4 of 1,000 Miles to Memphis. We are in Manchester, Tennessee, and we're making our way down slowly to Georgia and then hit Atlanta and then Birmingham, Alabama, Jackson, Mississippi. We're going to peek into Arkansas before we cross over back into Tennessee.
That's what happened. You can join them. I wish I knew more about it. I don't know. Bree Woodson, my Cluck Hut, all of these people are people who I actually mess with, who I've worked with. I even did a documentary for Bree when she was running for Congress. But it's been crazy. I don't know enough about this. What I will do is leave a site down there that you can check it out. See where it is in your area. See if you can join up. What they're doing is getting people registered. That's called direct action. This is not direct action. This is a public service announcement. But when you stand up, when you make the call, and when you go there, you'll be doing direct action. It doesn't mean violence. Violence is coming, but it's not the only type of direct action there is. And if you, like this Poindexter here, think that somehow the riots, the riot act, and the white folks just want you to do that. They want you to fight for your rights so that they can bring you down. Ask everybody else who's ever fought for their rights and gotten them how this works. I got some true idiots in that comment section. Luckily, that video got over 170,000 views, and I picked out pretty much every one of the bad comments. So I know where I stand. Where we stand, and together, the time to fight is now. Hey, yeah, you. Before you click away to watch someone unbox a tactical toothbrush, let's talk about something real. Political Drain isn't just another content mill. We're a digital front in a very real war. not with bullets, but with ideas, with action, and with solidarity. We pair urgent news with critical education. And we build community around actual resistance, not the hashtag kind, the kind that moves. But here's the thing, none of this is free. It isn't. Behind every video is time, labor, research, and some weird guy asking if we're gonna pay the hosting bill. And yeah, some of that money goes to things we can't necessarily say out loud. If you know, you know. Let's just say our special ops aren't Call of Duty LARPers. They're people making real moves to protect, uplift, and organize. You're not just funding a channel. You're funding a resistance network in a world where capital still calls the shots. Unfortunately, in a system built on artificial scarcity, even mutual aid has a price tag. And if we want to grow, if we want to win, we need your help. We need your help. So if you've got even a few bucks to spare, toss it our way. It's not for ads, it's not for merch drops, but for people making moves in the shadows so others can do it in the light. It's just us and you. So fund the mission, fund the fight, fund the future, because nobody's coming to save us. We save each other. That's how this works.